right? Shalom.
Shalom.
We the real Hebrew Israelites. We're going to turn to the east, give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who still do and teach well, who taught us some 100% truth, and peace and blessings and safety to the Lord's elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth, all right, which consists of the nation, the elect of the nation of Israel, man, only, okay, which is today in these times, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Seminole Native American Indians, of Negroid and Indian descent, all right, according to the seed of the Father. But you also have our people that look like the other nations, but their seed goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they spirit bear witness with the truth in the name Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, okay? Because it tell you in Malachi 1, because somebody get that Malachi 1 and 15 real quick, because it tell you in Malachi 1 and 15 that the name of the Lord is dreadful to the heathen, man. You know, and that goes for 2/3 of our own people too, because in the spirit, they're spiritual heathen, you know, and they can't, you know, when they hear Yahweh Shah, my mom heard Yahweh Shah, she cringed, you know, and she clave to Jesus, you know what I'm saying? So as a Hebrew Israelite, what does the word Hebrew mean? It means, right, Ibar, which means to pass through, but it's an actual language, known as the Lashawan Kodash. So if you're a Hebrew Israelite, meaning your language is Hebrew, and you're an Israelite by nationality, by bloodline, because your line goes back to Jacob, who had his name changed to Israel, how are you speaking or praying to a God that's not in the Hebrew? How are you praying to a God that doesn't have a Hebrew name if you're a Hebrew Israelite? You want to keep the Hebrew customs and heritage, and you want to keep the Hebrew laws, but you don't want to call on the Hebrew God.
Right.
And that's the problem with camps like IUIC and all the other ones that want to call on Jesus Christ, man. That's an idol. You guys know.
And then too, and what also do they do? They force you to change your name.
Right.
Right.
You got to change your name.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
You got to change your name, like Apostle say, from the cool name. Well, that's not how they say it. They call it. If you got an English name, let's say your name, Yanni.
Yeah. Right.
Let's say your name, Billy Bo.
Right.
They're gonna say, well, that's a cool name. You got to change your name to Catalia.
Right.
Which that's like Apostle say, that's hillbilly Hebrew.
Yeah.
That's not really. That's the English version of what the Hebrew word is. Like Lazarus is the English way of saying Eleazar.
Right.
Okay, but that's not Hebrew. Lazarus is not a Hebrew word.
This is Malachi 1 and verse 14. It says, "But cursed be the deceiver which hath in his flock a male and voweth and sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen." You know, and that's what it is, man. Because when this is why these Yiddish speakers, these JOOs, they don't use the true name, man. They just say Hashem in the name, right? Because they can't. The Spirit doesn't allow them to speak the true name of the Heavenly Father, man. Right. This is why you have Jehovah and Yahweh and Yeshua, right, and Ahia. You know what I'm saying? All that, man.
You got guys bringing up names we never even heard before.
Yeah.
You know, pulling up names out of their ass.
The great Baba Buka.
Yeah. Big Bupa. How many Bupa?
The Grand Puma, man.
That's how they been casting out demons. When the Lord said you can cast out many demons as you want to, that don't mean that you one of the chosen. It say here in the second Ezra, to back up your point, second Ezra chapter 3, verse 34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and there is also that dwell in the world. Talking about weighing the nation of Israel's wickedness and how Israel went off compared to the wickedness of the heathen and what the heathen been doing for all of their existence. It says, and there is also that dwell in the world, and so shall thy name no more be found, but in Israel. You see, so you only gonna find the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, which is the name of who the world called God, the only God's Son they called Jesus Christ. You only gonna find that name in Israel. It says, for when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? For what people have sold thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. So that's plain, man. If you have ears to hear, you know the the Lord is dealing with the Israelites, okay, and the Israelites only. So when we say the elect is 144,000 out of the nation of Israel. The Gentiles, those are Israelites.
This is the book of John. To back up the brother's point, this is the book of John, chapter 17 and verse 6. It says, I have manifested thy name. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Right, and the Lord, you know what I'm saying? There's certain men out here, there's a certain amount of men out here that know the Lord's name. You know what I'm saying? Which is in the Paleo-Hebrew, not in the Yiddish or any type of, you know what I'm saying, bullcrap, you know what I'm saying, language that, you know what I'm saying, these heathens and Jacob come up with.
Right, and it damn sure ain't Yahweh, because that name is not dreadful, brother. Yeah. That name is far from dreadful, man.
Well, everybody's calling on it.
Exactly.
That's the equivalent to the wide gate. Because I'm going to get that real quick. Was that Matthew 7:13? Because the Lord said, "Got straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, and few there be that find it." So everybody calling on the name Yahweh, that's not few. If you Google it, Google calls on Yahweh.
Right.
That's the status quo name.
This is Matthew 7 and verse 13. It says, "Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go thereat." Right,
which is all these false ways, man. We're giving you the true way, which is strange and obscure to the world, okay? But this is the true way. This is the path that you ought to walk in, as it says in Isaiah 28. But I'm like, this is the path, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right, when you turn to the left. And they have said we will not walk therein. Go ahead, bro.
It says, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. You know, and that's what it is, man. Because that's why the scriptures talk about it's the Lord concealeth a thing, and it's a king's
matter to search it out.
Search out the matter. Roman paraphrasing, you know, because this name, man, it carries a whole vibration. It carries a whole attitude, I guess you could say, man. You know, you got it. Okay.
The second Esdras 8 and 1, and he answered me saying, the Most High has made this world for many, but the world to come for few. Right. And what does that mean? Mean the dominion of the next world is going to be given to a few. Okay. And then that few is going to turn into the sand of the sea and the stars of heaven. Matter of fact, can you get Hosea 1 real quick? It says here in verse, I'm going to jump, let me just keep reading. It says, verse 2, I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold, and whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh. Even so is the course of this present world. You see, so just like in the earth, you have a lot of materials that's not worth anything, okay? But then also in the earth, you have gold. That's how the lake is amongst a multitude of these people, man. You know, they're like gold scattered amongst mold and wood, hay, and stubble. Okay, as it says in 1 Corinthians 3. It says in verse 3, there be many created, but few shall be saved. Okay, so how and being saved means to be rescued from danger or destruction. You know? So you don't being dipped in water and brought out of the water, that's not being rescued and saved from danger and destruction. Unless the pastor was gonna hold you down and drown you and then brush you up, that's not what saved me, man.
I got that Hosea. I got Hosea 1 and 10. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
And that was a promise that the Lord gave to Abraham, man. We're the largest group that the Lord created, man. But we're just scattered all over the planet, man. Okay, and in different outward appearances, right?
Right. And somebody might say, well, it said that he shall make Abraham a father of many nations. Right. Well, again, Abraham was the father of some heathen nations, but the Israelites, each tribe is a nation. And to prove that, just look at modern times. Each tribe is its own nation, man. You look at the tribe of Asher, which is the so-called Brazilians, I believe the Colombians too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a whole nation. It's a nation of Brazil. They call it Brazilians nowadays. You know, the reason why we can identify the 12 tribes is because they're their own nation.
And if I could say, even in Ezekiel 37, where the two sticks will become one,
Yep.
it said that you will be no more two nations, right? The northern and the southern kingdom. We're all one big nation, but the Lord broke us down into smaller nations, you know?
It says, which cannot be measured nor numbered, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
Right. That's a good scripture, man. To prove that we are the Israelites, man. Read that one more time, though.
Hosea 1 and 10, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
Right. So it's saying the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people,
Right.
there it shall be said unto the Israelites, ye are the sons of the living power. So my question is, you could say we're not the Israelites, but when did that happen to the small hats?
Right.
When was the small hats in a place where they were told that they wasn't the Lord's people? Number one, they was never the Lord's people. So nobody ever had to tell them that. We was once the Lord's people, so that's why they had to beat us, whip us, tell us we was niggas, Spics, Hispanics, Dominicans, blacks, Jamaicans, you know? Go ahead, bro.
You got it.
No, that's it. So they told us that we wasn't Israelites. They put labels on us. They put, the scriptures call them bywords, according to the curses of Deuteronomy 28. So they told us we wasn't the Lord's people, but now the Spirit of the Lord is telling us that we are. And it ain't telling nobody. No, it ain't telling the Chinese. Who else is picking up the Bible in masses and saying that we are the Lord's people? We fit the prophecies, whether you say by coincidence or not. We still fit it.
Can you get Isaiah 25 and 7? This is just to back up your point. This is Baruch chapter 2 and verse 29. It says, "If you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them." So see, this whole nation, right, has been scattered and put in different lands, I guess you could say, in different names, right, that Esau has put upon us, so that way we wouldn't know our true identity. Because without us knowing our true identity, what will happen? Esau's kingdom will continue to flourish, right? All this wickedness would still continue to prosper. Because why? Because nobody is speaking against this, man, until the prophets rose up, right?
Yeah, starting with Elijah.
Yep.
Because I was going to say, niggas like being niggas, man. You know, they don't know nothing else but being a nigga, bro. And, you know, they really like that shit, bro. Like, it's just baffling, bro. Like,
we'll go to Jeremiah 6, since you said that real quick.
man.
I think it's 6 and it said they love to have it so. Is it Jeremiah 6 and 10?
I think so.
Trust Jeremiah 6 and 10. You can come over here, all right? Yeah, answer. It's all good. Yeah,
let me know when you find that. This is Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves." And that's beginning with the elect, man. Right? The elect are what? Yahushua has allowed to turn into fishers, man. You know? So now we're remembering ourselves, and what are we doing? Now we're out here to put like the Apostle Peter said, to put you in remembrance, right? Of all of the former things, man. That you are somebody. That you're not just black and Native American, man.
Yep. Only the elect is gonna hear it.
Yep.
You know, although we give it, the message is being spread to all Israel, only the sheep will hear Yahushua's voice. You know, Yahushua said in St. John 10, so we don't lose sleep if somebody can't get it. So we know the Heavenly Father's word is going to be fulfilled. Matter of fact, can you give Romans 11:1?
You find that out?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 30. It says a wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so.
Right. Read it one more time.
It says the prophets prophesy falsely.
Right. What's some false prophecies? Oh, ain't no chip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not the MOTB. You know.
It says,
Edomites can make it.
Yeah, Edomites can make it. The name of the Lord is Yo Play Yogurt.
Right.
You know, shit like that,
You
man.
call the Lord whatever you want.
Right.
You know.
It says the prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so.
See, our people, they love to have it so. They love to get told those lies. Now somebody got Baba Kishar, Isaiah 20. You know, they love lies. Because why? Because lies sound good to the flesh. Because the truth is meant to combat the flesh. That's why the Lord said the spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. Because the spirit, which is the truth, okay, the spirit of truth, is meant to combat the lies and the flesh. So if somebody comes telling you lies, that's an alleviation on your flesh. You got it.
It says, and what will ye do in the end thereof?
Yeah, because eventually judgment is gonna come. People can walk past and say what they want, look at us how they want, but eventually the Lord is gonna bring the hammer down. You know, eventually the enemy shall come in like a flood. You know, and we're gonna have to get that one because what's happening in Israel and Hamas, that's what war looks like. You see, that's what's coming to America eventually, man. And really, that's not even what's coming to America. Gonna be turned to a lake of fire.
Yeah,
You know, I don't see America getting really hit by too many small missiles. I just see it being a thief in the night and this bitch getting blown up. You know, but it could be an escalation. You guys want to say something?
Yeah, because the brother was mentioning how, you know what I'm saying, the false shepherds, you know what I'm saying, and we was, like the brother mentioned, we were remembering ourselves. We just now coming back to the, you know, the name of the Lord and that what our heritage is, what our forefathers' name mean and everything. So the Lord has given us enough time, you know what I'm saying, to get right before shit really hit the fan, because this us coming back to remembrance is really a grace period for us to get right with the Lord. But you know what I'm saying, like the brother said, we got false prophets out here. I got Ezekiel chapter 34 and verse 4. It's I'm gonna read it in NLT too, but this is KJV. It says the disease have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which was sick, neither have ye bound up that which was broken, neither have ye brought again that which was driven away. And we were driven away. You know what I'm saying? The Israelite foreigners, the Gentiles, they went off. You know what I'm saying? The southern tribe of Israel, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they went off. You know what I'm saying? Now we coming back. What we were supposed to be doing is coming back into the knowledge of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of folly in the midst of Israel. The scriptures say folly is said in great dignity. You know what I'm saying? It says neither have you brought again that which was driven away, and that's the whole point of us doing this ministry.
Right. Yeah, because it said to bring back.
Ezekiel 34 verse 4.
Read that again.
I'm gonna read from the top. It's KJV. It says
Oh, let me read this.
Okay, come.
Isaiah 43 verse 6. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth. And how the Lord is bringing Israel back by the word of the prophets. You know, it says in Baruch that we were gathered together by the word of the Holy One. You know, and that word of the Holy One is in the mouth of his prophets. So read that verse again.
This is Ezekiel chapter 34 verse 4 again. It says, the disease have ye not strengthened.
Right, because we're spiritual healers, like Yahushua, coming through the spirit of power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. You know, the prophets, they healed the nation of Israel. You know.
Well, that's why it says in those that Wisdom of Solomon that it was going to mollify and placer. But it's the word of the Lord that healeth all things. You know what I'm saying? Why? Yahushua was the scripture says that Yahushua was a physician, right? That he came to heal the sick.
Yeah, I think
right?
so. Matthew 15.
I believe so. I can't remember exactly. I know it's in Mark though. But yeah, Yahushua was a physician, man.
Right.
And so what are we doing? We're many apprentices, right? We follow Yahushua. We see the works that he did. So what do we do? Now we're into the apostles into Yahushua's labor, and now everything regenerating. Now we're entering into their labor, man. You know, from Apostle Harun down.
Yep. So there's order.
Yep.
You know. Go ahead.
Back to that Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 4. The disease have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which was sick, neither have ye bound up that which was broken.
What is that referring to? It's referring to the nation of Israel.
Right.
The nation of Israel was sick. They was bound up. The nation of Israel was broken.
Yeah.
You see? But like the brother said, like the scripture say, with the Solomon, the word heal of all things.
Right. Which, and that's important because you said the word. Because even now, like you got like I heard one of the brothers mention that how like you got like a lot of Ephraimites and Judites coming together and doing songs in the mainstream media and stuff like that. Like you got, you know what I'm saying, the southern tribe getting back together with the northern tribe to a certain extent. But the Lord is he's about division. It's a time of war. So this really is the only thing that can bind the broken. You know what I'm saying, if you will.
And Yahushua is healing our wounds, man. He's putting up that ointment on our spiritual you know what I'm saying, spiritual wounds, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then if I can say, it's the names that did it too,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
You know, Jesus Christ and God didn't heal us, man.
I got a quick one real quick because you know, brothers talking about about being sick and Yahushua being that healer. This is Isaiah 1 and verse 5. It says, "Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot."
Edomites, they came into slavery, man. Hello.
How you doing? It says, verse 6, it says, "From the sole of the foot, even to the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores."
Right. What's those bruises, petrifying sores? Like Lazarus mentioned Lazarus earlier. In the parable, Lazarus lay at the door every day full of sores, which is the perils of our condition. You know, the curses. You know, not having no might in our hand, not having no relationship with our women. You know, not seeing our children. You know, these are all sores. Last hire, first fire.
Yeah. Last hire first
Shot and killed, no justice. These are all sores.
Yep.
And who's really inflicting these sores upon us?
Right.
Come on, man. Go ahead, bro.
Continuing on in verse 6, it says, "They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment."
Right, our people don't have what they need to be healed, which is what? Like we mentioned, the word. Like it says in Revelation 11, the nations didn't suffer our bodies to be put in graves. It says in Lamentations that these false prophets have not discovered the iniquity of thy people. Meaning they ain't gonna let them know what is the reason why we really at the bottom. And what is the reason why America's about to be destroyed without nuclear missiles.
Yeah, and they not gonna let us know, you know what I'm saying, that we the Israelites, you know, because like, hey, these are the Amalekites, you know what I'm saying, these top bangers and all these heathens, these upper heathens, they know that we the Israelites. But you know what I'm saying, the Lord is putting the spirit on the prophets, you know what I'm saying, to Esau the scripture called Esau the illuminated one, you know what I'm saying, the light bearer, you know what I'm saying, so he might forecast it on his movies and stuff like that, but he ain't gonna never come out front and just tell you, oh, you the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Which the brother had got the precept, I think that was on, what is that, Malachi 1 and 14. You know what I'm saying? The name of the Lord is dreadful to the heathen. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the prophets is important. You know what I'm saying?
If I can say, and that's why they'll give us movies like the Book of Clarence. You know what I'm saying? They'll show put the Book of Clarence as a Jake with dreads and everything like that, right? Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the actual Messiah, right. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to be a white boy with dog hair, man.
Right.
You know, that's the propaganda that Esau pushes, man.
Mm-hmm. From what I hear, they said Jay-Z got something to do with that.
Oh yeah, kind of, yeah.
Book of Clarence. Well, I got a scripture that you made mention of how our people ain't healed and they really not trying to come back to this. They made a statement like that. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, starting at verse 1, and it reads, "Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now and know, and seek in the broad places thereof, if ye can find a man, if there be any that execute judgment, that seeketh the truth, and I will pardon it. Verse 2. And though they say,
Go ahead, bro. Say that's what we doing right now.
I'm about saying, who's really seeking the truth, man? You know what I'm saying? Because that's why the scripture say, am I therefore your enemy because I tell you the truth? Because when you speak the truth, people get offended, man.
Yeah. It's beautiful because it's beautiful because the only people that's truly seeking the truth is the elect. That's why they're gonna be delivered.
Yeah.
Because they sincerely, the unadulterated truth. That's really what the elect is looking for. That's what they got.
Because that truth, what is saying? What's that? 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, about this doctrine is profitable to make a man perfect. You know what I'm saying? We're in perfection right now through Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah.
No matter the flaws that we have, we're perfect through the blood of Yahweh Shai, right?
Yeah, the elected.
Yep, kind.
verse 2. And though they say, the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai liveth, surely they swear falsely.
Right. You say, oh, it's actual so-called black, you know what I'm saying, Hamashiach that actually live in you know what I'm saying, he's you know what I'm saying, got rank. But then you turn around and you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you damn near blaspheme like Esau, you know what I'm saying, telling lies, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is looking for somebody that's gonna do his bidding, his will. You know, keep it one time like this.
Verse 2. And though they say, the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai,
And these men actually came out and said the name of the Lord, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Now what? Now you know, these new then you go backstabbing and you got these new names, Yahweh and Jehovah, and you know what I'm saying, going back to Jesus, and you know what I'm saying, saying all type of wickedness out of your mouth, you know what I'm saying, thinking that that's the title of the Lord.
Lucky. I mean, just to make mention of even bugging out, going into Gnosticism. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's verse 3. Oh, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, are not thine eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction.
What happens when you strike somebody and they're not grieving? That's like a form of pride. You know what I'm saying? When you get a strike, that's supposed to serve as a form of, you know what I'm saying, chastisement. You know what I'm saying? So where you can get right. But you know, Jake just constantly getting beat and he just rebellious, stiff neck. You know what I'm saying?
You always had that one sibling when they get a whooping, they try their hardest not to cry.
Yeah,
You know, so they get hit a couple extra times just because they got that hard head.
Well, they tell you that, what's that, in 2nd Ezra 16, it talks about, what it says, the sinful amendment day. The scourge of sinful amendment time. Because it's supposed to correct you, like you said. In actuality, like you said, that's a form of pride when you know what I mean, like you just get stubborn to it. But in scriptures talk about how Jake is stubborn. They good, you know what I mean?
Well, the Lord said, why will you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. That's how you know 2/3 the Lord programmed them to be continuously hard-headed, continuously going on.
But that's also because the Lord is preserving them for a greater judgment. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say in the book of 1 Peter that the judgment shall begin at the house of Israel. You know what I'm saying? So Israel about to be getting jacked up, man, in the times that we coming into. Hard judgment.
Salakia. I mean, think about it. You know, literally, Biden even said that. He said, this shit gonna hurt you. Israel. I mean, he didn't say it like that, but he said, you know, you poor.
Yeah.
But basically, he letting you know, Jake gonna catch it the hardest. And although Jake kind of accustomed to it, it ain't gonna be nothing like this.
Right.
Well,
You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be able to go get them handouts and shit like that. You know, like, you gotta use something.
No, I'm about to say, that's why it says in Proverbs, the 1st chapter, about they were none of my what's that?
Correction.
Yeah, they were none of my reproof, man. That proof meaning to be to set right.
Yeah.
You know, so without and this is the form of setting right here, man.
Right.
You got it.
You had something?
Real quick, just to back that up, which I was speaking on. 2nd Ezra 16, verse 19 and 20. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Right. Scourges meaning to strike. Amendment meaning to change. You say, so that it say the same thing in Hebrews. Is it 12th chapter? That's how the Lord chastened him. He loved him.
Yep.
And so he gonna chasten.
I'm right here.
He gonna chasten the nation of Israel. Let me finish it out. It says, verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So the Lord gonna have the people here in Babylon the Great the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. He gonna have them continuously going in their trance all the way up to the destruction. They not gonna think logically.
Yeah.
They're not gonna snap out of it.
It says they don't be mindful of the scourging. So once again, we get scourged so that we can
Meditate.
get reproved. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need that chastisement to get right, or you ain't gonna get right.
Scripture talk about the backsliding daughter. You know what I mean? Like the perfect example of how, like you said, like Jacob act like they're trying to get her or worrisome until everything, like when they locked everything down.
Yeah.
Jacob, that's when Jake wanted to ask questions. What's going on? What's it? You know what I mean? But then when they opened everything back up, they went back to sleep. You know what I mean? And it's just like now. Like everybody is in the spirit. I don't give a fuck, heathen or not.
Right.
It's in the spirit of. Of course, we are a little bit more aware because we in the truth.
Right.
But even the heathen are aware, like they could feel something about to happen.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, even a nigga could feel like something about to happen if they just seeing how, just how the trends moving, society moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers ain't spending money as much. You got niggas that's in the street. Yeah, drugs gonna get sold because that's something that the body thinks it needs. You know what I mean? So certain things gonna be sold, but for the most part, a lot of people taking a beating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got people kind of inquisitive to certain things. What you think about that happen? But these people have no idea for real.
Yeah. Well, they're under hypnosis, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're hypnotized, you just follow. That's beautiful because you want to open up with that first 13 and 16. We're hypnotized in the truth, man. So we understand the judgments of the Lord. We understand the things that are coming. But when you're studying the juice of Babylon, you basically are got the mindset of an Edomite, man.
Right. And that's how you have to be in this truth, is hypnotized. Because if you don't, because the Lord, we us brothers in the truth, we witnessed multiple times the Lord putting a shaking in the midst of GMS, like you know what I'm saying, just shaking the shit out of GMS, and then you got a lot of bug outs, you know what I'm saying, demons just falling out, you know what I'm saying, the Lord is just shaking it because they ain't stable, you know what I'm saying. So it's gonna be a lot more of that, but you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, the best way to not be shifted when the Lord is doing that shaking is to just stay. Like Bruce said, what do you say? To begin, stay hypnotized, man.
Well, the scripture says your eye being single. You know what I mean? Matthew say this got to be your main, your breath. You know what I mean? This is what you gotta eat, live, sleep, shit. You know what I mean? Not for the vulgarity, but point being, you got to. This got to encompass your life. Yeah, it's other things that's gonna take place in your life and whatnot. But what is your eye single on? And a man that's sincerely about this truth is sincerely, his motivation, his whole life is going to be based around this, not the other way around.
Quick one. Job 23, verse 12. Neither have I gone back from the commandment of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food. That's it. We esteem the words of this truth, the words of the scriptures, more than necessary food. I tell you, Yahushua himself said, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Most High. See, that means, and that's for everybody on the planet Earth. Because even the people that's not Israelites, they ain't still living by the word of the Heavenly Father. Because the word of the Heavenly Father gives the field around them.
That's why when Yahushua had the Last Supper, what did he do? He says, he broke the bread. Hey, this is my flesh. This is the wine. This is my blood. It was all symbolism of taking in the whole doctrine, man. Eating the whole roll. You know what I'm saying? Being fully persuaded in your own mind. Because a lot of Jake ain't really fully persuaded, man. You know what I'm saying? Until shit hit the fan, and then it's gonna be too late.
Right.
You know?
And you can tell you're not fully persuaded when, you know what I'm saying, you're not strictly focusing on the apostles and the breakdowns that was given from GMS. You know what I'm saying? Straying off to other doctrines. Like we have the point, like the brothers, we've been saying it for the last month to a year, like, if you're not getting it, we moving on, and that's like the spirit of GMS now. You know what I'm saying? We're not even dealing with it. Yeah.
That's the spirit too. If you ain't fully persuaded, if you even come up with another doctrine, if you add anything to it, then that means you never truly believe in the doctrine. You're right. Yeah.
What it say? What's that? Is that Ezekiel? Where it says that if a man do righteousness, or is that Isaiah? Where it says if you do righteousness, you go back into wickedness, none of it's righteousness.
Ezekiel 18.
Ezekiel 18.
I'm there. It's just Ezekiel 18 and
Let's finish that.
We're back in Jeremiah chapter 5, back in verse 3. And it says, I'm gonna start it back at the top of 3. It says, "O Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, are not thine eyes upon the truth? Though, Salaki, thou."
Yeah, it's the, Revelation 6. I'm thinking Revelation 6 because it say, "See thou hurt not the oil and the wine," meaning in the times of tribulation, the Lord, the Lord's eyes is going to be upon the truth and the men that have it. You know, the truth is still going to flourish in Jacob's trouble. Why? Because the elect gonna have it, and the ones who wasn't meant to have it, they ain't gonna have it. So everybody who meant to have that wisdom and knowledge that's gonna be the stability of their times, they're gonna have it. The Lord's not gonna hurt the oil and the wine.
Back in 3, it says, "O Lord, are not thine eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return."
Right, and the Lord's eyes are upon the truth. You know what I'm saying? Who's out here speaking the truth? That's the men, like the Psalm chapter 91. The angels and captains around about them. You know what I'm saying? Those are the men that you know what I'm saying, got the protection of the Alahayim. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says, "Not wisdom understanding shall be submitted by times." The Lord ain't worried about these bug outs. You know what I'm saying? Bug out camps and these bug out dudes talking about these other doctrines.
You know, when the Lord said he has stricken, what's the final strickening of the nation of Israel? Jacob's trouble. You know, and that's what we coming to.
And if you can't see,
Jacob's trouble.
Salaki, and if you can't see that, you know, like y'all may mention when I was walking up about how, you know, although it's the brother Kwame, he was talking about how war is taking place in other places and eventually it's gonna come here. Well, that's how the Lord does it sometimes. You know, like he would send prophets out before he would bring a judgment. He would allow them to, you know, even with some of the things he would do to the prophets, he would have them do certain acts and go through certain things for the people to see, and then he would bring that to the people. Like when Isaiah walked around butt naked, or when Ezekiel had to lay on the ground. You know what I mean? So the thing is, like with all this violence that's in the earth, you know, if you pay attention, before the violence really increased, you know, in the city, I know I did, is basically the Ukraine war started. That's when that started. I mean, of course, it's been violence, but on the level, like I do a lot of videos on judgment. It's like something happening every day. You know, it just might not make mention of it, but it's something happening every day. When the Lord put that spirit of violence back out here when that war kicked off, you know what I'm saying? And that's with all these different things, you know. Eventually, that war is going to lead over to here.
Yeah, because like you said, even when the prophets was prophesying, like Jeremiah, he prophesied the king of Babylon is going to come take over. What was the king of Babylon doing before he came and took over Jerusalem?
Right, he was in war.
He was in war. He was taking over other nations.
Right.
See, so it was when the prophets was prophesying of war, pestilence, and evil that was going to come upon the people that the prophets was amongst, is because that war was already taking place in other parts of the earth. And the Lord was just going to bring it to where they was at.
Back at 4, I'm gonna start at 5. Verse 4. Therefore I said, surely these are poor, they are foolish, for they know not the way of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, nor the judgment of their power.
They're poor in spirit, poor in faith. These are poor in faith. They say the opposite in Revelation, it said that you are rich in faith. But they said those are poor, and because why? Because they wouldn't turn back to the Lord.
They didn't believe.
Right, they didn't have faith.
The ones that believed they were rich,
Right.
and those that didn't believe were poor. I'm gonna finish this with verse 5. I will get me unto the great men, and will speak unto them, for they have known the way of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the judgment of their power.
Right, so it said he will get you to the great men. So the Lord, he's calling the great men of our nation into this truth. Being preached by the elders and apostles of the great millstone. He's calling the greatest men of our nation into this thing. Okay? And those great men showing you that really means that they're rich in faith, and tell you in James that the Lord chose them which are the poorest were rich in faith. See, so the great men not necessarily rich as far as material, but they're rich in faith.
Right, and faith, once again, like the scripture in the book of Hebrews, the 11th chapter, faith is the evidence of things. What does it say? Faith is things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you know what I'm saying? You got to be a visionary. You know what I'm saying? Once again, the brothers talking about being addicted. You got to be a visionary in this truth. You can't just be, you know what I'm saying? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. What you say?
I was just gonna make mention to a visionary. You got to be
Yeah.
a visionary. The prophets were called seers prior to being called prophets. So you know what I mean. So yeah, you got to have that vision. All going back to the vision. You know what I mean. Like you got to be able to see this thing. You know what I mean. That's why it's so important. Like when the elders say visualize and see, look at the maps. You got to, you know. And I'm gonna be honest. I didn't used to always do that. Just not getting into it. You know. But when you look at something, you can visualize and actually, you know what I mean, can help with. They keep your mind more focused on
Right.
what you involved in.
And when you do that, that's what the Apostle Paul said. You know, when you read the scripture, you got to put yourself in their shoes. You know what I'm saying? And then it makes you appreciate what they went through, and it makes you appreciate what brothers are going through right now. You know what I'm saying? Because Jeremiah was about to get killed by his own people. You know what I'm saying? Multiple men were about to get killed by their own people. You know what I'm saying? The trials and tribulations and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put yourself in the scripture.
Back in 5, and it says, "For they have known the way of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai and the judgment of their power. But these
The judgment of our power. That's what the elect, the great men are going to understand. You know, because we're out here giving the people the judgments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The prophecies are essentially judgments
Right.
because at a set time and date they're going to come into play.
Right.
So it's already set. It's a judgment. And we're giving the people that. So we understand, like you say, he that is wise understand of all things. We're prepared for it.
Well, that's why, what's that, Psalm 9, that the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. You know what I'm saying? So these judgments are the prophecies being fulfilled. And that's why it says, what's that, 2nd Ezra 15th chapter? About, write these words on paper because they are faithful and true. Yeah,
got
kind.
the exact same precept. This is oh shit, I lost it.
There you go. You got
I'll
the
finish
judgment.
this out. It says, "But these have altogether broken the yoke and burst the bonds."
This is oh yeah, I do got it. All right. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse.
2nd Ezra 15 and 1.
I got that. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Right. So we prophesying now. You know, we were prophesying before, but we really prophesying now. Because what's about to take place is World War III. That's why you got Hamas and Israel conflict. The Hamas and Israel conflict, it could be the conflict because we know Israel for a fact. We know that the landmass, the state of Israel, is going to instigate World War III pursuant to prophecy.
If I could,
I was locking out my bad.
you good. And if I could say this, you know, although this is all, you know, like you said, it's prophecy written in the scriptures, but you also, like, if you know, a lot of brothers have been bringing it out lately about those letters between them two Masons, Albert Pike and I forgot the Italian Mason, but his name was Mussini or something like that. But basically, they were talking about how they were going to try and orchestrate a third war as well. You know, like between, you know, those fake Jews and, you know, the Arabs, you know what I mean? So, you know, at the end of the day, they thinking they actually controlling something, but it was already prophesied in the scriptures for these things to happen. The scriptures talk about the deceived and the deceiver are both his. So this thing is going, out of this, more than likely World War III is going.
Oh, yeah, kind. Yeah. Well, it's good to say that the least of the flock shall draw them out. That's what you got right there?
Yep.
Kind.
It's Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he hath taken against Babylon and his purposes that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldees. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Who's the least of the flock? It's Amalek, man. Okay, the chief house of Esau. He's the least of the flock. He's the one that's, behind the scenes, running Babylon the Great.
Right.
Okay.
Well, Amalek being the grandson of Esau.
Yeah, kind. Yeah.
You know, which now they're a tribe of the nation of Edom. Just like you got tribes of Israel, you got tribes of Edom. You got Amalek, you got Dedan, you got Teman, you know, which are the so-called Germans. You know, like the brother said, the least of the flock, like we read, Jeremiah said, the least of the flock shall draw them out. Meaning what? the smallest landmass, that little state of Israel, that's going to be the instigator of World War III. Okay, even though it's one of the smallest as far as population, but it's one of the most powerful as far as pull, clout, and control. So that's why it's going. And all the other nations, they all have a connection
Yeah.
to Israel in some way, negative or positive.
And I believe the only nation or state that's not in alliance with the UN is the state of Israel. So
Because they do their own thing.
exactly.
They run everything.
Yeah.
behind
They
the
do their
scenes.
own thing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's actually exposing Esau now. You know, somebody Obadiah, Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah 49, 7.
Jeremiah chapter 49.
Because by Esau because now the mind of the people is everybody ain't just like, I think like maybe 2 or 3 years ago they had another conflict in Israel and everybody was all supporting Israel. Nobody was supporting the terrorists. This time around, it's like people are split. It's like if you look at the comments and the general, even the media, it's like everybody's not siding with the Israelis no more. Because you're being exposed.
Yep.
You're being exposed now. Everybody's not looking at you like you're so magnificent, like you're so innocent. You know, like you ain't bombing them too.
Yep.
Like you ain't marginalizing them the way you marginalize the Native Americans on this land.
Right.
So people is seeing your patterns, and your patterns actually match what the scriptures call the devil.
Right. Yeah. You know,
That's why the scriptures say that a man's countenance show who he is. Esau has shown us a habit of wickedness. A pattern of wickedness, man.
That's why the Lord said in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. If not, who is it?
Yes, sir.
Who else is it gonna be?
And that's a rhetorical question, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you stupid? You dummy? Are you stupid?
And now the Isaiah 47 kicking in. You know what I'm saying? These enchantments are wearing off.
Yeah. Yeah, people, the hypnosis is wearing off, like you said, but the only ones that still deceive is the ones that's not meant to be saved. But that 1/3 and the elect is wearing off.
This is Jeremiah 49. I'm going to start at verse 7, but the point is 10. It says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more into mine? Is counsel perished from the prudent?
And the reason why your wisdom is running out is because your time is running out.
Yeah.
Okay? Your wisdom was predicated upon you really never had wisdom. All you had was time. The Lord gave you time, and now your time is running out. But you was never wise, dude. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Now you was Nakash, which is an enchanter, a serpent. You was like wise like a serpent, but you was wise in deception. You was wise in deceit and fraud. You was wise in things that lead to zero, zilch, nada, destruction. So if you wise in things that lead to death, is that really wisdom? If you're wise in death,
Right. But eventually you're gonna die.
right. But if you wise in things that gender life, that's true wisdom. That's true life. Because true wisdom leads to life. That's why Yahweh Shah said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And look, you got death right there. It's the body of the shadow of death. You got it, bro.
This is Iraq. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 19 and verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
And the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. That's how Esau had set up his kingdom, right? This is why the Lord is justified by ultimately letting him puff himself up off of pride, just so that way he could be justified by taking them down, just like Pharaoh in Egypt, you know? Yeah, you got it.
It's Obadiah, verse 3. I'm going to start at 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom, or Adawam. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
And that's what's happening, man. Okay, what the Lord has gathered. What is it saying? Isaiah 13. What's that? You get that quick? Like, the host of the battle, yeah.
Meaning the Lord is instigating this. The Lord Yahweh Shah He is a man of war. You know.
Yeah.
So when you see babies on TV getting frantically ran into the hospital, and the baby got half of his head blown off, that's the Lord. That's Yahweh Shah. The Lord is about that. He with that, and He's causing Hamas to do that because it's the time of Esau is running out, man. That's why it says, "Arise, ye, let us rise up against her in battle." Now they stopping water, showing you that this man is the devil, and he don't even abide by his own international laws. He's blocking water and electricity from going in there now. So what's that? That's famine. We read that in 2 Ezra 16, famine, tribulation, anguish, are sent as scourges for a minute. Those things is happening over there in Israel and in Palestine so that you Israelites can get right with the God of the Bible, man. The ones that of you that are of the elect. But the ones of you that are not the elect, you're going to look at that and you're going to continue to live your simplistic, Babylonian, materialistic, base lifestyle, man.
And that's why it says in Wisdom of Solomon about chastening little by little so that they offend less. And when you come back to Yahweh Bashem Yashai. But you refuse to acknowledge damn near anything.
Your offense.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Y'all need an umbrella? I'm gonna run to the store.
Obadiah verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
And you're greatly despised among the heathen. Can you get Revelation 17?
Yeah. And what does that word small mean in the Hebrew? It means insignificant. You know? So the nations now, the Arab nations, the Chinese, which is Moab, the Japanese, which is Ammon, the nations of the heathen, they look at the so-called white man as insignificant. Okay? They don't look at him as the big bad bully or the big boss man. They don't look at him like that no more.
Yeah, Con, you, what's that? That's what the point you just made.
The nation don't look at Esau as a big bad bully.
Oh yeah, Con, because why? Because the scriptures say, "Let the weak say, I'm strong." Man.
Right.
The Lord has, allowed these nations to get the full capabilities of just like Esau. When the scripture says in Revelation 13 that He made fire come down from heaven inside of the nations, that was the first instance of an act of a war like that, man. A nuclear fire.
Yeah, that's nuclear fire.
Yeah.
You talking about Sodom and Gomorrah?
No, I'm talking about when Esau and Nagasaki and Hiroshima, you know what I'm saying? Like a physical nuclear.
But that prophecy is actually referring to a different bombing, though.
Okay, kind
I gotta go back.
I think it was some smaller ones, wasn't
it? It was a small. The prophecy of him calling fire from heaven was originally referring to a smaller bombing. I think it was like
had to do with NATO or something.
Yeah, right, with NATO. But it's the same thing. He did this. Fire still came down from heaven. When he hit Hiroshima, it was a fat man, a little boy, a fat boy, a little man. You know, he dropped those nuclear bombs. See, but now, like the brother said, like the scripture said, Joel 2, let the weak say I'm strong. Now all these nations have lake of fire power. See, the nuclear fire is lake of fire power. When you read lake of fire in Revelation, it's talking about nuclear.
This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
The 10 horns represents the economic portion of the beast, right? So even his own alliance is going to turn on him, man. Yeah. That's how much he's despised, right? Because these people actually, even their own people hate these Amalekites, man.
They hate themselves.
Yep.
That's why I say he has evil to himself, to whom we be good.
Yep.
The end of Esau's world is going to be brought in by Esau. Right. Ain't that some shit?
But every time you got Esau in power, he's bugging out and fighting against his own, you know what I'm saying, kin.
Here it is. He is so obsessed with keeping the Israelites from coming into power, right, when he's going to be the reason why we brought it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, your target is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
The scripture say that he that layeth a snare pit shall fall in it. What the paraphrasing? So he lives by the sword, he dies by the sword, man. That's the power of the Lord, man. He gave him blessing to take his own self out. You know? You got that out?
Isaiah 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
And that word smith is just short for blacksmith, a person who uses their hands to formulate something.
Make weapons.
Yep, make weapons.
Yep.
You know, so now the Lord has allowed these other nations to have the same nuclear capability as Esau, man.
Right. And the modern day smith being these nuclear scientists.
Yep.
I remember a couple years back, you had one of the Ismailite Iranian Persian scientist was assassinated. Nuclear scientist was assassinated. You know, because you might think, well, what does this nuclear scientist got to do with anything? He got to do with a lot because you're living in the time of the war Armageddon. You know, you're approaching the time of the war Armageddon, I should say. So, yeah, the nuclear scientists got bags on their head and they getting taken out. Because this thing is serious. That's more proof that this thing is going to happen. Why would they be assassinating nuclear scientists if this threat wasn't real? If I could add, that's spirit that you're speaking on that, because I'll be listening to a few different economists, and this one guy, I forgot the name of his channel, but he was talking about, you know, like, cause everybody had their own little theories about that whole signal that happened. What was that, the 4th? The October 4th, yeah. That signal that he shot through your cell phone. Well, you know, everybody had a theory about it, but basically they were saying that more than likely was them testing the system if they had to do like a nuclear alert. So, you know what I mean? Because it's not a coincidence. It wasn't just America that did that. It was like Russia. It was a couple countries that actually did a signal like that. So yeah, because it say, second Esdras, the trumpet shall give a sound. Every man shall suddenly be afraid. That trumpet is going to more likely be, like what I said, it's going to more likely be your cell phone getting a This is the emergency national defense, you know, military, whatever. You need to immediately take shelter. That's that trumpet. And then all these people gonna be shook. Like they had the one prank people was doing on their family members.
Oh yeah,
when they played a nuclear video on TV, and the people think that the nuclear war is actually about to happen. You know, so like you saw videos, people families start crying and shit. Oh, you put it under there. Yeah, people, you know, the family members started crying and all that shit, man. But that's how it's gonna be in that day, man. It's gonna be too late to cry. That's why the Lord said, they gonna cry. The Lord said that. He said, "You shall laugh now and cry later." This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that blew up the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy it.
Hey, that's what it is, because there's gonna be a lot of destruction. Somebody could what's that, Proverbs 7? Psalm 7. The arrows of this.
In Psalm chapter 7, verse 12. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. I'm sorry, 11. Psalm 7:11. The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day.
Hey, why? Because Yahushua, the vengeance is burning in his heart, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? He's waiting. He sees the BS, man. He went through it. And you know what I'm saying? And the Lord's anger is you know, is you think we angry with Esau, man? Yeah. Wait till you see when Yahushua return, man. Yep, done.
I got one back as well. This book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse 6. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?" And the Lord have not done it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, these are going to be the judgments of the Lord for Jake not getting right. You know?
Where's the trumpet? We're going to trumpet right now. The trumpet is to give you warning, man. So when somebody gives you a stern warning, are you not going to be alert? Are you not going to be cautious? Are you not going to be anxious, afraid? Oh, yeah. You know? Are you not going to meditate on what you need to do to avoid whatever is being warned to you? But the people are not doing that, and we already went into why. Because they've been blinded by the Heavenly Father. The good news is, which is the word gospel,
good news is that the elect is going to return and be saved and delivered, man. And we ain't got to worry about these other 2/3 of our people, man.
Yeah. And that's why I believe it says in Joel that blow you the trumpet in Zion. This is a warning only for you Israelites, man. You know, not because everybody's not going to receive this message. You know.
Psalm 7 and 12. If he turn not, he will wet his sword. He had bit his bow and made it ready.
And what's
So, real quick, it's like it said the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. It said if he turn not, Lord not gonna repent for being angry with the wicked. So he's going to wet his sword, sharpen his sword. You know.
I got it. Since you said basically Yahweh Shai is anticipating that day of judgment.
Right.
So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 63. Start at verse 1, point is verse 3. And it reads, it says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Verse 2, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
All right, now verse 1 it said that who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, right? So we know the who is referring to the Messiah when he come back. And he's gonna make a visit, he's gonna make a pit stop in Edom and Basra. So that proves that the Edomites are still here. I just want to say that.
Verse 3, I have trodden the wine press alone.
The Lord coming back to do this on his own. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He coming back with his angels, but Lord ain't really getting no help for real, man. You know, this Yahweh Shai, what he about to do. You know, it's his time to shine.
What did it say in what's that? Second and the 13th chapter. He need to lift up sword, no weapon of war. You know, this is all gonna be Yahweh Shai, man, and the anger that he had. But you got it out. You got it right.
It says, and of the people there was, I'm gonna start it back up. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Verse 4, for the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
The Lord, Yahweh Shai, is sitting up in the heavens, and he's ready to come down and take vengeance, man.
Right.
That's what he's sitting up at. You thinking that he's up there looking like a white boy with a baby on his lap. Hell no, he up there thinking about ready to come down here and do mass death, man.
That's the balance, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the Most High God, he tells you a false weight is an abomination, a false balance. So, it ain't all love. You know, it ain't no such thing. It ain't all hate. You know what I mean?
It ain't all sunshine.
Right.
Some days you get rain.
Some days you get rain, and some days the rain go away. So, that's that perfect balance. So it make only the most sense that Yahweh Shai, he came humble and as a servant the first time. A great teacher, but a servant nonetheless. Because he came doing the will of his father.
Right.
Now he coming back to enact, judgment. You got it.
And I'm thinking about Exodus, the 15th chapter, where it talks about how
The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is a man of war. You know what I'm saying? But once again, the Lord Yahweh Shai is anticipating, the destruction of Babylon the Great. And this precept in particular is for the nation of Israel, but it can also go for Esau too. This Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 22. It says, for a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. And the mountain, and throughout the scriptures, a mountain and like a valley. You know what I'm saying? Those are, symbolic for governments. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is going to set a fire amongst the Babylonian empire, the Babylonian government, man. Mystery Babylon. Yeah, Mystery Babylon.
What is good to say that the Lord is going to make the burnt mountain. That's the mountain, the government of Esau, man. Okay, and that's just a precursor to what the Lord is coming to do, which is set this bitch on fire, man. With great violence. You got that up.
Revelation
Ooh,
18,
good hands,
verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all.
And with great violence, man. Right? Because that's that cup filled toward double. You want to say something?
Yeah, that great violence is gonna come by them missiles, man. You know, it's gonna be like the Lord. You know, it's like throwing punches, but the Lord really throwing missiles, man. You know, it's like what's one of them superheroes they got with shit come out of their hands and shit. I don't know who it is, but I know it's one superhero where he go like this and shit come out of his hands and shoot it at you.
Spider-Man?
I mean, well, yes, Spider-Man do it too, but
Or you talking about Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon
Ball Z?
Yeah, right.
Goku?
So like the Dragon Ball Z shit, you know what I'm saying?
God.
That's how the Lord's gonna hit this place, man.
Yep.
That's the type of violence this place gonna get pummeled with when the missiles hit. That's why Earth says go rock to and fro like a drunken, man. You know, you saw what one missile did in Gaza. One missile left a big ass crater in the earth. You know, building completely gone, big ass crater in the earth. So imagine a nuclear missile, man. And you take that and think about it. That'll just show you the level of like atrocity that's gonna happen to this place. Like look how frail the human body is. I mean, the human body can actually, you know, do some amazing achievements. But you know, the human body is frail. So like you said, one missile put a huge crater. But that ain't probably nothing. You know, when you go into like the one brother was bringing up, what is it called? The mutant missile.
Yeah,
you got the missile that can actually, it doesn't go in a straight line. It actually weaves and like a serpent. So I mean, like you got all kind of technology that's fit for these frail human beings. Oh my God, it's gonna be. Yeah, that's the serpent. Was that Revelation 8? We're talking about how it had the face of a lion and its tail was that serpent. Because the missiles, even a regular missile, when they shoot out the silo and then do like a zigzag, you know, and shoot off like a snake. What is that called? A lion with a serpent tail? That's the missile. Revelation 8. He talking about.
But that's why in Joel, the second chapter talks about the horsemen not breaking their ranks. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord has put it on these scientists' minds to put the have them what's it called, stealth mode, and you know, flying under the radar, hypersonic, all that, man. You know.
Like you said, under the radar. You know what I'm saying? But this how you know the Lord has blessed Esau with the sword. He wouldn't have had his technology no other way.
Yeah, and the nuclear missiles is also another word. Esau like big word. It's called exo-atmospheric. Exo meaning outside the atmosphere. So these missiles is gonna be going outside the firmament and coming back down at a full speed, man.
Yeah, that's why the scripture liken it to stars falling from heaven. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be shut up out the atmosphere and then out of the way of radar or protection. And before they know where it's going to drop it at, it's going to be too late, you know?
So hyper means over or exceeding, and then sonic deals with sound. So it's a hypersonic, with the hypersonic missiles, they go faster than the speed of sound. And they also go faster than what can be detected on radar. It says hypersonic of or relating to speed or 5 times that of sound in air. Capable of moving or utilizing air currents that move at hypersonic speed. Wind tunnel.
I think it was mentioned how some of the missiles can go faster than the speed of sound.
Yeah, I just heard
that. This is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 32.
Because we just mentioned in Revelation 18 about how Babylon's gonna be destroyed with violence. You got it, huh?
It says this image's head was of fine gold.
And that represents the dream that Nebuchadnezzar had, and Daniel was breaking the dream down to him, right? So the head of gold represents the Babylonians. You got it, huh?
His breast and his arms of silver.
And that represents the Medo-Persian Empire. You got it, huh?
His belly and his thighs of brass.
And that represents the Greek Empire.
His legs of iron.
And that represents the Roman Empire.
His feet part iron and part clay.
And that represents Babylon the Great, this current empire. right? Part iron because it's the Roman Empire revitalized, I guess you could say, right? And part clay. We go break that clay down.
It says, "Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces."
You see, and that stone is Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
It's gonna take this whole, because this is how Esau gets down, man. He builds upon other people's philosophies, man.
Right.
This is this is how Egypt got down, Rome, Greece, all these people, man. They build it on top of these recycled gods, man, but just different names, right?
Yeah, because forgot who I was watching. I think it was the brother Bakar Ma, but it was those gods. I mean, those false gods,
Yeah,
I should say.
kinda.
Those are really demons, and demons don't die. So people still worship the ancient demons. They just go by different names.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, like
So
you had-
that spirit is revived. Like
Ultra
Halloween,
peace,
it goes back to the ancient custom. Easter go back to Ishtar. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah, how
fertility
we
god.
pass through the fire from Molech, man.
Right,
You
right.
know?
Molech.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So, but now it's Halloween.
Yeah,
It's just a new
Halloween.
name, but it's the
Right.
same deity, it's the same demon, same spirit.
Scripture say, no new thing under the sun.
Right.
If I could add, you have time, because I think they were saying that's why you got like so many different names for Semiramis. Like Semiramis is supposed to be the same deity as Isis.
Yep.
Because it's just different cultures called her a different name.
Yeah,
and worship
right,
her as different.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Revelation 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven. I did read Revelation 18 too.
Yeah, kind of.
It's Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought in his angels.
And who are the Dragon's Angels? These military aircrafts, the helicopters, right? Fighter jets, all of that, man. And even the concentrated laser. You know what I'm saying? They got some weird stuff.
Oh, the
in
Dew?
military.
The direct energy
Yeah,
weapons.
yeah. The Maui. You know what I'm saying? That's a creation to try to stop the host of heaven, man.
Man, all that shit is weak.
God.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord could just make you cease to exist in this dimension. Yeah, like the chair, like you, a fighter jet could be chasing a chariot, and then you just see the fighter jet just disappear.
Like you had Thanos, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Hey,
come on, man.
What was
It's gonna be a flawless-
Grand Zeno?
Oh yeah, Grand Zeno. Yeah. You
know
can
what
just
I'm saying?
erase your
Yeah,
ass.
erase your ass from existence, man.
Yeah, that's how the Lord do, man. It says,
And that's what the Lord about to do to Esau, man.
Hey, if I could add, because I remember first brother I ever heard make a mention of this, it was the brother, what brother? I said, I mentioned the brother, they think of the brother's name right now. That's Satan right there. The elder brother from New York. I'm Amun Gabar. He made mention of the power of the Lord when you're speaking about, how insignificant Esau really is. And it looks grand to us, but it's insignificant because the Lord gave you.
Right.
So, but he was saying, like, really to imagine the power of the Lord so powerful, he created an enemy to destroy. He gave Esau the power, let him think he got something. Because when you take time to think about it, the Lord got these people blinded. He could just have Esau think he sees some shit. The Lord can do whatever he wants. Like, you ever seen somebody, like my guru, he showing you how cold he is. He could play with you. You know what I mean? Like, and that just lets you know how skilled you are. You know what I mean? So just imagine what the Lord gonna do to these brothers. It's saying an hour. He's gonna make it easy. It's easy work. You know what I mean? Right.
it's Revelation 12 and 8. It says, and prevail not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. Meaning your rulership will be taken away. You know, your fighter, your armies, all the armies of the world, it's not just going to be the American military and NATO military. It's going to be Russia too. It's going to be China too. All the heathen going to join in. They're going to stop the fighting of World War III. And so y'all people going to get some relief. The World War III fighting going to stop. Then they're going to try to fight Yahweh Shai. And they really going to get destroyed. And the Lord really going to crush the spirits of men. You know, every knee really gonna bow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's also in 2 Ezra 13 also.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Where they were sorely afraid, but yes, there's fight. You know?
You made me think of that statement Ronald Reagan said. And they're just showing you again the how people. I mean, it amazes me how people have disbelief of the scriptures, but there are things in the scriptures line up with things that happen in actual reality. You know what I mean? Like when Ronald Reagan made that statement about if it was a threat from an entity from outer space or whatever, wouldn't we all put aside our differences? You got it.
This is the quote from Ronald Reagan. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
The word alien just means foreign, man. They put the word alien on these little green bins, ET and all that. But really, anything foreign outside is alien. It's foreign, you know.
I think
you're an illegal alien. If you jump the fence in Mexico, you're an illegal alien.
Right.
Well, really, the only aliens is you, Esau.
Yeah.
You the vagabond. A vagabond mean an alien.
Yep.
You a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, man.
Going everywhere you don't want to. You're not welcome there, man.
And you don't look like everybody. You really an alien. You don't even look like everybody else. You look like something creepy, undercooked, half cooked. Should have stayed in the stomach a little longer. That was in the quote.
I got that.
Okay, come.
This second Ezra, this book of 2 Ezra chapter 13 and verse 33.
And if I can say too, because why did Reagan say that? Because it's in the scripture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's biblical prophecy. It was biblical prophecy that Cristobal Colon will use the scripture to find the northern kingdom over in the so-called New World, man. You know, all these things are already written, and that's how. And Esau just reads and then does it. You know what I'm saying? It makes it feel like he's God.
But if I can say, Ronald Reagan, it says right here, a joint resolution, House Resolution 487, a joint resolution authorizing and requesting the president to proclaim 1983 as the year of the Bible. In the United States, 1983 was designated as the year of the Bible by President Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
By proclamation 5018 made on February 3rd, 1983 at the annual National Prayer Breakfast.
Salaki. That's the same year he made that statement, right?
Yep, probably.
I think it was 83. I wanted to research it. But, and that's one thing you made me think of something when I forgot what statement you made, but, like you got that demon vocab, he constantly trying to debunk what we believe, but that's one thing you can't debunk. You know what I mean? You can't debunk prophecy. And so prophecy said that the Israelites was going to come back to, knowing who they were, and, where's that taking place? Mainly. Right.
That's we spoke about that before you walked up.
That's why the scripture says you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can do everything they can to try to tear the truth down, but really, you just building the truth up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You propping us up. Free promo, like they say.
Right.
Free promo.
Or, bad publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 13 and verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, talking about Yahweh Shah, every man shall in their own land. 2 Ezra chapter 13 verse 32 to 35.
No. Keep going. I just thought you said 2 Ezra chapter 15.
It says, and when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. What's that battle that they have one against another? Armageddon. Right. Revelation 16. I'm gonna go there. Go ahead.
I'm going to get your
Quick precept. Say Revelation 16. Tell I think it uses the word battle in Revelation 16.
It's verse 34. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together as thou sawest them willing to come and to overcome him by fighting.
And why is it an innumerable multitude? It's because all these nations,
right,
when they see Yahweh Shai, they know it's a rap, man. So they're gonna collaborate to try to overthrow Yahweh Shai, man. So everybody's going to be fighting against each other until Yahweh Shai cracks that sky, and all the focus is going to be on Yahweh Shai.
show you how simple these heathen are. They even though they're having a war that's literally destroying the earth and humanity, and then an outside force comes in to intervene, and their only thought process is let's fight him now.
Right. But that's
Not that, or maybe this a mediator. Maybe they trying to help us, get it together.
Right.
No, they thought is let's fight this motherfucker.
Hey,
Kill him. That's stupid, man.
Hey, this dude made a video. It's kind of unrelated, but it made me think of something when you did that. Because it was a video, a dude, he was playing like a 2/3, and he was saying how, like, say for instance, two individuals about to fight, and one dude getting bitched out or whatever. But so, say for instance, me and you get somebody. Say for instance, me and you about to fight, and then I don't want no smoke with you, and then I come over here to him and say something to him like, "What's wrong with him?" And then you say something I don't like, I'm ready to fight you.
right.
Videos like that. Right. Right. And that only happens when you're drunk.
Oh yeah.
So these people, the heathen, they don't have the truth.
Right.
So they're not gonna be able to bear witness to the truth when it's literally in front of their eyes. They're gonna try to fight it. It says in Revelation 16, because they mention the word battle, they're gonna lead a battle in their own land. Revelation 16 and 14, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of the power almighty, which is the battle of Armageddon. And those spirits are the three unclean spirits like frogs, which is Vatican City, Washington, D.C., and London. The financial aspect, the religious aspect, and the military aspect of how this devil pushes forth his agendas. One of the tools he uses to push forth his agendas. Because he got many different tools and shit,
Hold that real quick. You got that Joel 3?
Nah, this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, starting at verse 9, and it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I am strong.
And that's that. And see that's what's going to happen. Well, that's what's happening right now, man. Everybody's signing up to the big bad bully, man. You know what I'm saying? Because now, because Esau was 6'5" in middle school, bullying on little kids. But now everybody that graduated, now everybody's 6'5". You know what I'm saying? Now everybody got hands.
Yeah, they all got them nuclear missiles. You can't say it enough. Because if you start first about to start. Well, did you read the Preacher Plowshare? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he read it.
You read it? Yeah, so what does that mean? Beat your plowshares into swords and pruning hooks into spears. Man, put down the farming tools and get you some damn weapons. And that's what these nations did. And the type of nation that they chose, because of Isaiah 9 and 5, it says, this war shall be with burning and fuel of fire. The weapon that they chose was nuclear missiles. That's how they leveled the playing field to America. That's why Egypt is saying they not jumping in. They said they gonna, whatever happens to Israel and Hamas, that's between them. They're not jumping in.
And it's gonna be a lot more that the plowshares being beaten to swords, because the Lord Esau is about to start making a lot more weapon forming factories. You know what I'm saying? As the war progresses, man, because it's gonna be a bad time.
Yeah, but that's how they make wars a racket. Yeah. Because if you read a book called Wars a Racket, wars is created so that people at the top can make a whole lot more money than they normally would through steel, iron, all the things that war requires.
Military weapons.
Right, military weapons, right? Steel, iron. Let's just break down the steel, iron. These different materials that these people at the top they own. They manufacture those things, and when you read the book War is a Racket by Smedley
Butler.
General Smedley Butler, right, Water. It's a short book, but you're going to see how much this devil make during years where there's no war, as opposed to how much this devil make during years where there's war. Right. And it's crazy amount more. It's just because of war, like the price of goods go up. Right. You know what I mean? So people really, that's why a lot of the brothers that's in the truth, like our head, we watching a lot of movies. I know Brother Spears don't be entwined into everything that everybody do, but at the same time, that's a good way to get a visual on certain shit. You go watch that movie Saving Private Ryan. Like, although that ain't real,
because it's it's active, but the gore is still it's a visualization. You got to prepare your mind for certain shit.
Man, just turn on the news, man. Just turn on the damn news.
The news ain't showing you.
Hamas and Israel.
You gotta go on Twitter. You're right. Go on Twitter, type in Hamas and Israel. You're gonna see some graphic shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas with their head blown up. Just go on Twitter and because Twitter is like, I'll make a video and I'll post it, so it's not really restricted. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like
Elon Musk, he be letting that shit go. You know what I'm saying? He let that shit go. Yeah, certain shit. You're right. Yeah.
Because he controlled opposition.
He still could, right? Exactly.
But at the same time, and then another reason why you should see through the spirit of the war about to come, because these motherfuckers broke.
Yep.
So whenever they broke, they gotta blame this on something.
That's why Esau funds both sides of the war.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And he'll make it seem like it's one person against another, but really he's paying both people, man. Because like you said, war is profitable.
Yeah, well, the weapons that Hamas is using, they got from the United States.
Well,
no, they got from either Ukraine or Israel, sold them the weapons.
Right.
But you see, that's how it goes. You got the top arms dealer, he sell it to one nation, then that nation sell it to 5 different other nations, and then what happens is, one nation that it sold it to, they sell it to a terrorist organization in their nation to get back at them niggas.
It also show you how the world is a stage. That's when they make that statement. Because from what's coming out, like, I've seen a few posters, brothers bringing certain stuff out. Just like how America's supposed to create ISIS,
Right.
they supposed to create those fake Jews supposed to create Hamas. And it ain't coincidence the day of this whole situation. The soldiers that's normally at the border every fucking day, because them people are in a perpetual state of war. They leave the border this particular day and all this shit happens. Right. So you know what I mean? Like this shit, it's sloppy too. You know what I mean? Because Esau moving with great haste.
Mm-hmm. Like you say, being exposed. The spirit of truth is bringing the spirit of exposure on you. You know, the spirit of searching things out is now in the earth. Because even though people don't believe in what we believe in, they admire the fact that we dig it, we research it, and we sincere, and we actually want to know what's really going on. And that spirit of actually really want to know what's going on is on a lot of people. Even though it's not to understand it biblically, it's still on them to really say, man, this is bullshit now. You know?
Yeah. And I've been noticing like on a lot of these like other news platforms, like what used to be RT News, we don't got it here in America no more because they didn't cut it short.
Yeah, right. They shut RT down.
But yeah, a lot of these, I be watching like a lot of these other news things like Leon. They be watching the apostles. They be watching like the apostles. They'll be referencing things that we mentioned it during the camp. You know
I agree with that because I watch a few economists and certain things they say, and although you can't, say for sure because we ain't there, but it's certain things they saying you like, where you get that from? You know?
Well, like when Yahweh Shai was at Peter, did somebody get that? Peter, they saw Peter and they said, you was with him.
Oh yeah.
Because you talk like him. You using the same phrases, vernacular. He said, I wasn't with him. You talking about? She said, yeah, you was.
Now finish it.
If I can say too, because the brother had mentioned, that everybody knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's tuned in. But what's happening? What did Yahweh Shai say that he would give us a word that your enemies would neither gainsay nor resist? They have to listen, man, because everything that we're saying ties into everything that's happening right now, man.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Verse 12, the point. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Where's that region? The valley of Yahweh Shaphat, that's the Middle East. Saudi Arabia, that desert, Saudi Arabia, that's where that war right around the Euphrates. That war is going to be fought all in that region, man.
And if I could add real quick, I remember when Ukraine and Russia first went to war, I was kind of following it, and basically Putin had the whole fully backing of his government to the point where that war can start in Ukraine, but it can end up over in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So he got the power to go where the fuck they gotta go.
They're ready to go. They say that the Lord shall put hooks in their jaws,
Yes, sir.
and the Lord's gonna cause Russia to go, like you said, as far as Israel. It said, matter of fact, we gotta go there because it said that he shall come against the Holy Land. He said he's gonna enter into the Ezekiel 38.
You still want that speak as one of the Galileans?
No,
No, you good.
Ezekiel 38 and 4. I gotta start at verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against God, because we haven't mentioned Russia, but Russia will be another major catalyst in this war of World War III. It says, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, and the prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against you. So, like that, Moabite just walked past. When he walked past, I said World War III. You would think if a motherfucker mentioned a world war they happened yet, you would at least like double take, flinch, something. Like these people, they so sleep, bro.
Well, that's the spirit though, because there's a balance. Because the Jake lady, she heard us when they got out this truck, and she stopped and was kind of lightweight ear hustle. But he, like you said, literally just walked past.
That's the pride of Moab. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's probably all these people. Because if you know what World War I consisted of, you know what World War II consisted of. So if somebody say World War III, I'm gonna at least turn around and say, what World War III when? When that's going down?
Right.
Like what? So it says here in verse 4. That's how we was when we heard this truth. We said what? What? Huh? All right.
She heard my voice though.
God. Yep. Beautiful. Ezekiel 38 verse 4. And I will turn thee back. This is the Lord speaking to God, who is Russian prophetically. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
It's like in that great company is Russia's alliance, man. Who's aligning with Russia? So that's
Very good. Verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. And you see Russia, they coming in and I forgot what African nation it was, but they was kind of like backing them so that America wouldn't come in there and take advantage. But you got that going on now, you know. Ethiopia, you got the BRICS. That's what it is. You got the BRICS, which stands for Brazil, Russia, India,
China,
South
Africa.
Yeah, right, South Africa. You know,
And
and then Russia got a bunch of alliances with different South African nations. Matter of fact, Russia forgave the debt, billions and billions and billions of dollars of debt that the African nations owed Ashar, which is Russian chief prince. Russia forgave all that, man. You see? So that means what? They want to do business.
God, not just that. That's showing that, because what's that? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's wise. But Putin ain't no slouch. You know what I mean? That's wise. Right. So he does. He's like a super chess player.
He's a warrior.
Right. Perfect statement.
And then if I can add, you also got Russia and China dealing with Southern Kingdom, not Southern Kingdom, but Northern Kingdom down there in South America. So America is being sieged, man. It's being sieged, man.
Around all fronts too.
Well, they're talking about a lot of immigrants. We've been speaking of a lot of the immigrants coming in is really military-aged men.
Yep.
You know, they're really agents or sleeper cells, that's going to carry out attacks at a later date.
Yep.
And it makes sense because one lady, she said she posted a video. She said she saw a video, immigrant had a card from the UN. So she said she did her own research. She identified the card. The card was a UN military card, and like a reserve military card. So these people, and he said that the card getting loaded up every month with $3,000 US,
Yep.
and they just out here. They out here on a mission, man.
Well, I believe we watching the same video because at the end of she also said that the dude said it had been being topped up every month until they got here.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
they stopped. So they stopped.
Right,
paying
like
them
it's
when
putting
they're
them in a situation.
here. So now they gotta go fend for themselves and do wickedness.
So
Yeah, so that's how all this stuff will get down. And you got all these immigrants. Here it is. That's how you know it's controlled. It's not controlled. Well, it is controlled, but like you got these people that they pay to do wickedness, crisis actors on stage, people, because you got these people coming into America. They from all countries, all over the world, but they all coming in through Mexico. Right. Chinese coming through Mexico, Syrians coming in through Mexico, Italians coming in through Mexico, French immigrants coming in through Mexico. Why the fuck everybody coming in through Mexico if they from Italy or China? Why they ain't just coming in through China or Italy? Yeah. So showing you that it's orchestrated. Somebody's flying these people to these locations and then pushing them in through Mexico.
I gotta find. I forgot who pulled it up, but it's something basically. It's an act of war that the government can do where they. I gotta look it up. Did you look that up? Which one? It's something called where the government can bring in
Ezekiel 38, verse 6. Verse 5, Persia, because it's listed the allies of Russia. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomar and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands and many people with thee. And who is Gomar? That's Turkey. See, so by Turkey also, they made threats to Israel if they don't stop bombing Israel, that they're going to do something. Well, allegedly, I didn't see the article.
The president of Turkey already has a problem with the Americans, man. You know what I'm saying?
The Turkish people, they're Muslims too. So for some reason, they support the Palestinians. See, that's another thing. You heathens, y'all don't know what to worship. In St. John 4:22, it say ye worship, you know not what. Right. You know, who is y'all was I talking to? He was talking to a heathen woman, man, in our land who thought that she was the real people. Same thing is going on right now, man. You Palestinians, you small hats, you thinking you the people, you're not the people, man. If you was the people, the prophecies would have been fulfilled, man. But again, people don't believe the prophecy, but that's all right.
You basically fighting over land that's not yours, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because what's that? It says that Jerusalem shall be trodden down in the Gentiles, the time the Gentiles be fulfilled. You know, so it's always going to be war, right? What happened? What's that? A couple of years ago, we read the judges, and they were I forgot what nation took the Ark of the Covenant, and then the Philistines, and then the Lord smote them with hemorrhoids. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing right now. Instead of them taking the Ark of the Covenant, what they do? They took our land, man. And now the Lord is plaguing them with continual war.
Well, this is likened unto those lions being sent among them. As it said in 1 Kings, the Lord sent lions among those Syrians. No.
Oh, okay.
The Babylonians put the heathen in Israel instead of the children of Israel in all those cities.
Oh, and they didn't have a priest.
Right. The priest had to come teach them the laws because the Lord was sending lions among them. Well, the Lord in Revelation, he compares the missiles to lions. So the Lord is sending them lions amongst you all over again because you're not the people, man. Okay? And you definitely ain't keeping the laws in the land, man.
Right.
This is Luke 21.
Yes, 21, 24.
God, Luke chapter 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations.
And today is the Israelites that were scattered when Yahweh said to flee into the mountains, right?
It says, it shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Yeah, see, that's what it is, man. The land is being devoured, man. Can you get Isaiah 1?
I found it. Can I bring this
up?
up? Because I forgot who looked this up. They was talking about how governments can use refugees as weapons. So it's called refugees as weapons. Refugees as weapons or weapon of mass migration is a term used to describe a hostile government organizing or threatening to organize a sudden influx of refugees into another country or political entity with the intent of causing political disturbances in that entity.
Right, because if I'm not mistaken, a bunch of refugees that got sent to Italy too. It was arriving in on boat. It was like thousands of them. It was the island of Crete, if I'm not mistaken. The island of one of them small Grecian islands. It was like 7,000 or some crazy amount of thousand immigrants inhabited. They went to this island in Italy and one of them countries, but the island only got like 1,000 citizens in itself. So it was more immigrants on the
Right.
island than citizens, and it created a threat to that country.
And you know what?
The president said that it was an act of war. Somebody did it on purpose.
To lock you. And you know what? I was just thinking about it because they were just talking about that whole jihad situation. And you know, because I did a video. They was talking about in what was it? Somewhere in California. Basically, they allowed all these migrants in, and then they basically put them on the street. And New York just did it too. Now, New York got like 110,000.
Chicago too.
But this place had
So that's enough to knock the economy out of whack.
not just that though. If some shit go down, you got 100,000. What the fuck is this? Because they don't have nowhere to go. They're not housing them anymore. They just got them out there.
And then another thing, like they out here with no housing, it's about to be the winter time. You know what I'm saying? So that's more judgment.
They even telling like governors and people telling house the migrants, if you got spare rooms, put them in your house. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Is you gonna do that,
Yeah.
Mr. Governor?
Right.
How many people staying with you in that big house?
Yeah, get the fuck
Not
out
a
of here.
one.
Wow, that's fucked up.
You got it though.
Was you finished? That
Yeah,
was
Luke.
on that,
I read it. Luke 21. It's like it.
Yep.
You can go back to it though. I'm about to. I gotta.
No, you good. You bring it out, huh?
This is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 7. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land strangers devour in your presence. And it is desolate as overthrown by strangers.
See, and our land has been overthrown by strangers, man. The biggest pride parade, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what it was. A video, man. These damn small hands was chanting and shit. All of a sudden, like a fire appeared or something like that.
That
It was
shit's sick,
like
bro.
about a couple months ago. But it was like, you know, our land is defiled now, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's all biblical prophecy because everything has to be clean, washed, and rinsed.
So that
You know?
in Luke 21, that proves that the people in the land, they not the Israelites. It says that Jerusalem shall be trodden down, meaning primarily people that's going to have control and dominance. And the majority of the people that's in that land, stepping foot on it, trodden it down, is going to be Gentiles. Not the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right, and that's what you
The
see.
seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, Con, seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, no.
Right, and the northern tribe was in Jerusalem during the time of the Roman Empire. You know what I'm saying? They fled out when Jerusalem.
Southern
Southern Kingdom. Southern Kingdom fled out to Western Africa. You know what I'm saying? You had some. You know they dispersed all throughout the four corners of the earth. You know what I'm saying? After that happened, so you know what I'm saying. The heathens is in that land now.
Right.
So I might as well just read it.
When did the small hats get spread across the
19.
four corners of the planet Earth?
Right, yeah.
Did y'all see that chart? The 12 tribes breakdown that they got?
Oh, yeah,
You see that? Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, bro.
Denmark.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's roll with that. When did the people of Denmark be on ships?
Right.
When?
Right.
It don't matter what you don't match the prophecy.
Right.
You know, if the shoe don't fit, you cannot wear it. If the glove don't fit, you got it on quick.
Hey, I think I got
But you
that.
guilty,
Let
nigga.
me-
But why is that? But that's why it says in Revelation 11 about that his witnesses will prophesy 1,203 3 or 4 days clothed in sackcloth. That because why? Because we're actively living out these curses, man. So these curses point to a specific people. You got it, huh?
I actually screenshot the poster if y'all want to hear it. You want to run through it.
Yeah, Baba Kashai.
Had to. Children of Israel. It says Asher is Sweden.
That's in Sweden. You know how Sweden is one of the richest countries in the world, man.
Right.
It said in Revelation 2:9, right? It say, I know that works in tribulation and poverty. The two Jews are impoverished, man. Sweden is one of the richest countries in the world. Matter of fact,
Right.
Sweden has the highest population of people with the micro C hip,
Yeah, I
man.
was gonna say, yeah.
They already in the big system over there, man.
You good, brother? It says Dan is Denmark. Simeon is White Spain.
White
Oh, wow.
Spain.
White Spain.
Damn. White Spain. Wow, where's Yellow Spain?
Right.
Yellow Spain, Mulatto Spain,
Gad is White Italy.
White Italy. So wait, so you must have a black Italy.
Yeah.
Brother, you talking about how there's a lot of Gadites that come out of Italy too, though.
Well, yeah, that's because when Esau took
Yeah, they took them over
slaves,
there.
yeah, right. Some of the first slaves was taken from America to
Spain.
Portugal,
Yeah.
Spain, you know, and Rome and all of that.
I think like you said, before they start bringing Judah over here, they was taking dead and then
Yeah,
they
good.
right.
Because it was profitable. You ain't gonna just have product going one way and then you just coming back empty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You taking something there and you bringing something back. You know.
And the proof of that is Christopher Columbus.
Yep.
Christopher Colon. He said when he saw the so-called Indians, the tribe of Gad, tribe of Reuben, the nation of Israel, he said these people are so nice. They take such good care of me. They're so loving. They will make good slaves. That's what he said. And he took a certain number of them back to the Queen, back to England as slaves. Probably told them they was going on vacation. Hey, you guys want to see the old world?
Right.
Yeah, sure. They got off the boats, chains was waiting for their ass.
Yeah.
And the coldest part is, like you said, you got to remember when this devil came over here, he couldn't survive. He couldn't maintain. So Gad, being compassionate, they literally trying to help him. And this devil come like this.
Because in his mind, he thinking they're naive. They're not built for war. So let's make them slaves. Here it is. I'm somebody I don't know from a can of paint, but they're gonna teach me how to work their land. So he took it as weakness, especially because he's an Edomite, man. That's supposed to be. That show you that our people they were Gentiles even on this side of the world. They were really Gentiles too, because they didn't know who Esau. They didn't recognize that Esau was our enemy.
Says Zebulon is France in their mind. Reuben was supposed to be the Holland. Naphtali is Norway.
Oh my goodness.
This
This is
is
atrocious. So how can you tell the difference between the
They just name it shit. You can say
Yeah.
They just like
You tell the
they
difference
mad at
between
us. They like fuck it, we gonna
Hey,
do
go
that.
to camera, right? You gotta do it.
it might be a damn meme.
That's the new 12 tribes chart according to Esau.
Man. And make sure he had to put white on there twice.
Yeah.
The white, it got to be white Italy and white Spain.
Showing you that, see, so for white man, he don't love you Negroes like the Native Americans either, man. As much as you try to include him into this, he not trying to include you into what he got going on.
You know what you made me think of as well? As quick as they try to say how we try to make this a color thing when we don't go based on color.
Right.
That's why you got me and that look like so-called white people and Northern Kingdom brothers in this.
Right.
Why they calling us racist? Yet still though, this motherfucker put white on everything.
Right.
He would like the brother said off Martin. He said, take the spray paint can and paint everything black. Spray all this shit black.
But that's why they put the label on us as Black Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We not once ever called ourselves Black Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
You know?
We know black as a negative word, it had negative connotations to it, meaning void of light, darkness, ignorance, wickedness. Why would somebody want to be black?
Let me finish this over. It say Issachar is Finland. It said Joseph, at least they know Joseph equals Ephraim. They got Joseph equals Ephraim equals Great Britain. Oh, watch this one. Joseph equals Manasseh equals USA and Canada.
So we're in the land. We're in the land of the Manassites, man.
This is
Like
Judah.
the what's the Mormons? They talk about
The Lamanites.
they talk about
Yeah.
the Gadites, Native Americans, and Lamanites.
Yeah,
Where's Lamanite?
That nigga was a Mason, man.
Stuff like that. That's what the scriptures say. What has got to do
To declare my statue. Get that. Art. Get
Cover in
that.
my
Art.
mouth. Yeah, get that off the
This is Judah Perez, Germany.
The Judites are in Germany.
Right.
I say Judah and Perez.
Right.
Like the blessing went to Jacob's 12 sons, not the sons of Jacob's 12 sons. You ain't have to include Perez. That was one of the sons of Judah. But these people, they don't know what the hell.
Right.
Going
They
on,
like I said, this more so I take it and perceive it as they feel some kind of way, so they just said made up to that show you that, like you said, when you took the blessing and put it on a whole nother when the blessing came out of right. So,
It said that the scepter shall not depart from Judah, not from Perez.
Right. Kind of.
it says Judah
It's the tribe of Judah, not the tribe of Perez.
said,
What the hell?
because and then they trying to throw two countries to make it's some weird
Yeah, because they
shit.
try to include all Edomites.
Right.
Yeah.
So they got to figure out a way to include all Edomites
And if I can,
into their little fake chart.
If
But
I
then you got, it's like a real,
Go ahead,
then you got other Israelites who come up against the chart.
Yeah.
But then this devil, he know the chart's prophecy, so he'll make his own damn chart.
Yeah. And if I could add, notice these nations are what? some of them part of NATO, some of them part of the EU.
Right.
So these are the beast nations, man.
Yeah.
You know?
So how can the beast be the tribes?
Right.
It's the beast and they the tribes. What the hell?
It says Judah, Zerah equals Iceland and Scotland, and Benjamin is Iceland. And then at the bottom it says, I'm couldn't leave the 5 pages. America is regathered Israel.
Hey, he covered,
That's what it say at the bottom.
he covered the faces of the judges there.
Yeah,
Right.
that's it. That's it.
That's Esau's biblical prophecy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. So wait. How is a dark-skinned, woolly-haired man gonna come out of these tribes?
When they say that woolly, that means that it was the color. I mean, it's talking first the color, not the texture.
That's why it says white. What's it?
His face is white as snow.
No, his hair was white.
White head is
White like
wool.
white like
It's
wool.
white as
Con.
snow. And his eyes was a flame of fire,
Con.
and his hands and his feet like unto father's bride,
Yeah.
as if they burned in a
In the furnace,
furnace.
right.
Man, how you get cracker out of that? How you get hippie? How you get Joe Dirt out of that?
Right.
Because they thinking they witchcraft still working, but you know what I mean? Like that shit
Look.
ain't working like that.
It was last time we couldn't read. It was 300 years ago, man. It say his feet was as polished brass, man. We're not in. That show you that they still look at you like a dumb slave nigga on the plantation who can't read or write. Yeah, nigga, it say polished brass. That means he was white. You must think I'm fucking stupid, man.
Right.
The thing is that now we can read, but the problem is we can't comprehend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We
The
all
elect
can read. Yeah, kind of. The elect can comprehend. You know what I'm saying? You got it right.
This is 2 Peter 1. Second Peter. Go ahead, you got one.
This is Psalm chapter 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
You see, like the brother had been pulled out. That's what happens when the heathen and the wicked take the Lord's covenant in his mouth, man.
Yeah.
They make stupid bullshit like that, man.
Well, you
Blasphemy.
in the land. Lord said, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will you not learn righteousness. So you've been given so much favor, you pretty much got the favor that was promised to you in Genesis 27. The fatness of the earth. You got everything but the kingdom of heaven, man. That's the only thing you didn't get was the kingdom of heaven. But everything else, a part of the creation, you pretty much got to experience it, besides going outside of the earth. You know? So the Lord showed you favor, but what did you do with the favor? Did you say, you know what, to show thanks to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua for giving me the planet Earth, I'm gonna serve him. I'm gonna keep his commandments. I'm gonna push the commandments on the world. No, you did the complete opposite.
Yep.
You told the world a lie about who Yahweh Hashem Yahushua was. You told the world to disobey every commandment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. So the Lord ain't do nothing wrong to you, man. You know, you the one who did everything wrong from the beginning. You did everything wrong, man.
Yep.
And you always wanted to blame it on somebody else.
Yep.
You're the worst type of people.
Yeah, hold no accountability for themselves.
Right. That's a psychopath.
Yeah, a
Here it is,
narcissist.
the world is. Here it is. That's like a kid who builds a tower, then tears the tower down, and then cries because the tower is destroyed.
That's what Scripture says. That which is made crooked, who can make straight? Esau was praised to be crooked, man. Oh, there's something wrong with this Negro, man. Yeah, there's something wrong with him.
I was going to add to what you were saying, Islam, about how literally, you know, the Lord set it up for this devil to have his way. And out of all the, you know, the heathen rulers, he the only one that portrayed himself to be under the covenant, the people, and to believe in the scriptures, to be completely opposite. And that's why you are the wicked. And that's why you're going to be judged for that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got it.
That's why the Scripture say that he thought that he was all together at one with thee, because he's been doing all of this, and the Lord has a judgment for him, because the Lord is allowing Esau to fulfill the complete amount of wickedness. Man.
You know what? It just hit me. Because it's really, like you said, like at one point in time, a lot of people believed in this devil. But now, like I said, he's being revealed. You know, ultimately, you know, he's been letting him get away with it without a judgment for Now this man is being exposed at the end.
And he's about to be judged too.
Right.
And the judgment gonna be so great, the world's don't understand why the Lord is long suffering. Because the judgment gonna be so fierce and so powerful and so horrific. You gonna understand why Yahweh Shah was so long suffering that you thought the Most High had forgotten about the earth, like it says in Psalms 10. That's how long suffering the Lord is, that people think that the Heavenly Father no longer exists, man. That's how long suffering he is. But when he finally bring the judgment, then you're gonna realize why he waited, why he gave y'all so much time.
Mm-hmm.
And you fucked it up. This is 2 Peter 1:16. It says, "For we have not followed cunningly devised fables, when we made known unto you the power and coming of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, but were eyewitnesses of his majesty." See, so Peter, the Apostle Paul, all the disciples, they were eyewitnesses of Yahweh Shah. But see, we're eyewitnesses of Yahweh Shah too. So we see him with our third eye. That's why I said, let your eye be single, because we see the Lord in our mind's eye. So we focus on Yahweh Shah. Therefore, we're not going to follow no cunningly devised fables, which is all of the ways of this world.
Yeah.
What's that? Colossians say the rudiments of the world.
Yeah.
We have not followed the rudiments of the world, man, but we have followed Mashiach. Okay?
Being not tossed to and fro,
Right.
you know. Because if you ain't steadfast and you ain't stable in this thing, you're gonna get shaken with the wind, man. You know, because it's a lot of apostasy going on right now, a lot of bullshit going on. Because the Lord is about to come. He's near, man.
And it's a damn, you said something.
Apostasy.
Before that, you said it's a lot of go ahead.
This is Revelation, chapter 14, and verse 4. It says, "These are they which were not defiled with women."
And who are these? It's talking about the elect. Okay, 12,000 from each tribe of Israel, man. Makes up 144,000, the tabernacle of David.
And the women is talking about philosophies, man.
It says, "These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins."
Because we're to be presented as a chaste virgin, okay, to Yahweh Shai, meaning undefiled, meaning with different philosophies.
Right. The day that the elect get delivered and beamed up into a chariot, they're not going to have in the back of their mind, maybe this ain't the truth. Maybe the name is Yeshua. Maybe I should say Most High Christ flesh. They're going to be fully persuaded. You know, on that, they're going to be fully persuaded before that day comes. We're fully persuaded now. Finish it out.
It says, "For they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men." I'm thinking about that. John chapter 17, verse 6. Them who thou hast given me out of the world. You know, it says they were redeemed among men. You know what I'm saying? Redeemed means to buy back.
Yep.
It says, "These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb."
And so that's what we do, man. We follow the Lamb whithersoever he goes, because the Apostle Paul said to be unmovable. Okay, we're being on that strong foundation, that rock which is Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, the one that guides us and strengthens us and leads us in the right direction. You know, but we're gonna wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. We want to give all honor and glory and infinite worship to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash.
double honor to the apostles of this great millstone. We're gonna take Mama Shirala.
Conwell Shirala.
Wafa Ball.
Wafa Ball.
Shalom.
Walk like a ball.
Shalom.